What is hatching, Tugga Peeps? OldManTup coming at you today with our Week 3 team builder of the GBA Season 9. And we are preparing against the New York Empoleon and Old OA Dragon himself. So let's take a look at the team that he has. He is currently coming into this week 1-1, just like us. And his team is Dialga, Tapu Lele, Zapdos, Victini, Ditto, Donphan, Vaporeon, Serperior, Crobat, Scrafty, and my favorite, Mega Beedrill. Now, this is, I think, the fastest team we've played against. We have someone that naturally outspeeds Zeraora, so that's something we have to be aware of. Mega Beedrill hitting that 145 speed, if I'm not mistaken, 2 speed points above our Zeraora. So Crobat comes in a speedy second on his team at 130, and then everything else, Serperior 113, and everything else is 100 base speed or below with that Zapdos Victini. So things we're going to expect him to bring this week, for sure the Donphan, because it is his only electric immunity. But Zapdos, also a key player on his team, could do good against us. Tapu Lele, with those super psychics, just do a number to our entire roster. So that's unfortunate. Yeah. I expect to see Mega Beedrill, maybe not Scrafty. We could see Bulky Bat in playtesting that did really well against our team. Serperior is always dangerous. If he could get a sub seed set running. I don't know why I can't talk today. I apologize. I know that guy's going to nail me in the comment section. Tup, stop being a hippie. Think about what you're saying before you say it. And do it. Okay. I'm working on it, sir. But his entire team is really good and can be brought. I mean, outside of Scrafty, I don't see Scrafty coming. Vaporeon's a really good cleric for his team against us. Zapdos is good. Tapu Lele is good. Dialga, the combination of its super power moveset is really, really scary for our team. So, something we got to be aware of. Like I said, his entire team is really good. And he's got Victini, which is just a beast. His Z-move users are Victini and Crobat. Don't know if I mentioned that before. But let's dive into what we brought to play against Mr. Old OA. Bringing Scarfzilla, because Scarfzilla is the scariest of all the scaries on our team. Gonna bring that wonderful, hacks with us. And this is just fairly standard set. Air Slash, Earth Power, Toxic, and Seed Flare. Bringing Toxic this week so we can get around some things, predict a few switches, and if we can get Zapdos Toxic this week, that would be phenomenal. I mean, AJ Styles, phenomenal. And that's what we're looking for. We want to get Zapdos because I expect Zapdos to be the switch into this, not Dialga, because Dialga doesn't want to take an Earth Power to the face. But, yeah, if we could get Zapdos Toxic, our team struggles against it a little bit, and Toxic damage racking up on it would just be fantastic. So, that's what we got. Just enough speed, timid nature to, what do we match up against? I want to say outspeed a Scarf Serperior, so we can 1v1 it in that situation. Yeah. Next, bring in Mega Scizor. I know it's regular Scizor here. I really need to start switching those up before I do the team builders. But we have Mega Scizor here. Technician, Toxic, U-Turn, Defog, and Roost. I know what you're saying. Tup, you don't have Bullet Punch on it this week. Well, he has Tapu Lele, which has the Psychic, whatever it's called, terrain. And that negates the priority moves. And I really expect Lele to be like a Scarf Revenger, to be getting free switches in and just coming in and psychicking things, because it does so much damage across our team. So we are fully specially defensive this week with our Mega Scizor because it is our psychic resist. And we're running Toxic, U-Turn, Defog, and Roost. I don't know we'll be defogging too terribly much because rocks aren't a huge issue for our team. And we definitely want to have rocks up on his side of the field, especially until Zapdos goes down. And for Mega Beedrill, and just chip damage on things is really good. It helped us out a lot last week versus MV. So that's what we're looking at this week. So that's El Scizor, our Mega Scizor, all HP, all special defense, sassy nature because we're not worried about the speed, and we want that super slow U-turn. Toxic, U-turn, defog, roost. Toxic, again, we want a toxic, all the super hit us powerful things. If we could get Lele toxic, if we could get Zapdos toxic, that would just be bueno. To be able to wear down things like Donphan, maybe Superior, just would be good for us. Next, we're bringing in Strawberry, the MVP, and this is our, if his Superior gets a Leaf Storm set up and wants to dance all over our face, this thing comes in and just poops in his cereal and says, "No Wheaties for you this morning, sir. You get a big bowl of crap." And this is our Sap Sipper set. We didn't really need it as far as Thick Fat goes. I mean, yeah, he has a Victini, but not looking to be too terribly worried about that this week. I mean, unless he's rocking Brick Break, and even so, we can still take it on relatively well. Max defense, max HP. Leftovers, the items, Stealth Rock, Body Slam, Thunder Wave, and Milk Drink. I mean, this is just yellow magic set. Come in, spread around some damage, keep those Stealth Rocks set up, and keep it self-healthy. I mean, virtually identical to the set we brought last week, outside of maybe a few IVs. I would have to go back and double check on that, or EVs, dang it. But that is our Strawberry for this week. Next, bringing Toshington back, our Zeraora, with the Fight EMZ, Volt Absorb, Plasma Fist, Acrobatics, Close Combat, and Volt Switch. Now, we decided to go with the Fight EMZ, so we are possible to get off a fighting type move against his team without lowering our stats. And that is basically why we brought the Fight EMZ this week. Again, things like a substitute Dialga can really come in with the power moves that has at its availability. Can come in, set up a substitute, then destroy one or two things before I have a chance to do much about it. But Zeraora has just enough natural bulk, which isn't a whole bunch, but to take anything outside of like an Earth Power from Dialga from full health. So that's bueno. We can come in again, have an emergency button should it in fact be able to set up a substitute against us. Then we have things like Close Combat to break substitutes, Fight EMZ. Rocking the Volt Switch this week, so should we need it, we can keep the switch momentum going. Because, again, this outspeeds everything that isn't Scarfed named Mega Beedrill. So that's really good for us. And having the Acrobatics just as a back pocket move for things like Superior and Mega Beedrill. So that was our best option against that. Again, just enough speed to outspeed Crobat at max speed should he bring it. But again, if he brings Crobat, I'm fully expecting it to be a bulky bat. Next, we're bringing out our Ode to Geo, who is no longer with us in the GBA. And we are going to pour one out for Geo at some point this season. Just because he was one of my favorite dudes, and he was the last person left in the league who started Season 4 with me. So we were holding down the fort for the Season 4 boys. And since he had to step away, I'm left in that lone role. So we're going to we're going to pour one out, hashtag one for Geo. we'll be doing that at some point. Probably the same time we get our Raise the Jolly Roger videos going. Once the weather here gets bad, stops being bad, dude. It rained every day this week since I said I was going to go out and record me waving the flag around. So hopefully we'll get that up before this match actually goes live, and maybe we'll pour one out for Geo at the same time. So we'll do that. This set, again, we need a little bit of speed. So what we have is our Adamant Nature, Flame Charge, Sacred Fire, Stone Edge, Stomping Tantrum. And if I can get a Flame Charge set up late game with rocks up, this thing just goes ham on his team. We're bringing the Charcoal, so if we get this thing in early a few times, we can drop a few Sacred Fires, maybe make them think we're bringing different items than we actually have. But Sacred Fire just gives this team the ouchies, and the only thing that really comes in and resists it is Vaporeon. Donphan can come in, but it doesn't want to get that 50% burn chance. So that's really what we're looking for against this team. Now you'll notice we do not have an extreme speed on this set, which I'm hoping doesn't come back to haunt us. But again, he has Tapu Lele, which if it wants to comes in and just absolutely negates that. So that's why we opted to go with the Flame Charge, Sacred Fire, Stone Edge, and Stomping Tantrum. Really like the coverage against his team, and again, it just puts in the work after it gets +1 speed. So we are running max speed. I don't know why we have max defense on this. I really hope I didn't send that set to the Jenner. Wow. That's no bueno. But that's what we're running this week. So feast your eyes on this. Last but not least, we are bringing in the Boomstick, the man, the myth, the legend, Chunk. Now, you're thinking, what's so great about this Diggersby Tup? Well, essentially, after rocks, this two-shots his entire team. So, he's got max defense, bulky Zapdos. If rocks are up, it can't switch in. I mean, maybe Donphan, but Donphan isn't going to come in and get this work either. So, this thing, good cleaner late game. Once we take down Zapdos and or Crobat, because I don't think he's going to bring both this week. After that's done, we just Earthquake for days. I mean, yeah, Superior can come in and take one, but we got switch outs for Superior. We're not worried about that. So this thing comes in, drops a Frustration, U-turns, possibly sets up spikes. We are running dual Scarfers this week, because I do think we need it, with the speed he has on his team available to him. So that's what we're looking at right now. And I'm really hoping the Diggersby gets to put in work, because I think it constantly gets overlooked with its skill. Or yeah, it's skill. Diggersby has skill. Diggersby doesn't have skill. Diggersby just hits things so stinking hard. And nobody says, oh yeah, Diggersby's a top tier threat. Hey, guess what? It's gonna be this week. Write it down, cash your check, take it to the bank, and put that money in Diggersby stock, because he's getting some kills this week. I guarantee it. So, there you go. That's Tup's bold prediction for the week. Diggersby's going to get at least 2 kills. So, here we go. We'll see what can happen. Diggersby going to be putting in some work. Guarantee it. It's going to rack up a huge amount of damage totaled this week. But alright guys, that's my team. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And we will catch you on the flip side. Peace.